I was determined to never let anyone else die.
Good on ya, Rem. Unfortunately, the last mission was quite the meat grinder, so I redid it, and I sure lost a lot of guys redoing it, knowing even all the kind of tricks and things you need to know about it. Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy Type-0 HD. Yeah, last time was that Concordian final mission, which I'm convinced now is something that they cut for time again. I've been saying this a lot about games lately, but I just keep having this inkling feeling like this part of the game wasn't developed, it's just done really short of the cutscene. Must have been cut for time, because they couldn't finish it. But that's one of my guesses. A lot of weird stuff happened last time, I feel. You already spent 30 hours trying to become Agito. You may not measure up to class first, but I suppose you still deserve a reward, Kupo. Oh, sweet, a ribbon. Classically in Final Fantasy, a ribbon item has provided immunity to every single status effect. Let's see if it's the same here. Oh, there it was. Hold on. A ribbon. Also got a growth egg. Oh, cool. I don't remember where I got that, but I got one. Double the XP. I should have equipped that on a character. Oh, that's cool. A balaclava nullifies the effects of a snowstorm. That's kind of fun. Well, I don't know if that's every status effect, but it pretty much is most of them. So yeah, that's a really good item. Think about. I guess I'll give it to Rem, seeing as she is now the highest level character in my party. Had her do some secret training. Now, she is only level 34, and I believe it was like 36 or 38 the next mission. So we're a bit understaffed. I realize a part of my failure last mission was that we were somewhat severely underleveled. Well, not severely, but underleveled.
Demilitarization is proceeding in all regions.
Okay.
Please warn all units to cease combat.
Yeah, combat ceased. Consider it ceased. Yeah, we got a bit more dialogue about Concordia there. I guess we're not completely done with it, because we really kind of glossed over the ceasefire thing, didn't we? Okay, I'll be honest with you guys at this point. After last session, I did do a bit of looking up. Not looking up how to proceed in the game, but I didn't really glean anything about the content. I just really wanted to know how much game is left at this point. Because at this point, I hate to be a negative Nancy here, but the game's kind of overstaying its welcome a bit. So it actually, we're in chapter 7, the next chapter is the last one. Chapter 8, it's the last one, so there's like 1 or 2 missions per chapter, so I'm gonna guess that there's only 3 missions left in the game, and then we're done. So, wow, that's a... This feels like kind of a short for a Final Fantasy, this game. I guess you really were meant to run around doing stuff in the environments, maybe? Like in the overworld? I feel like, even though I said that I'm really looking forward to kind of moving on already, it kind of feels to me like this game was really short for a Final Fantasy. But we'll see. We'll see how demanding the final chapter is. I mean, there might be more missions than 2 since it's the final one. I don't know. But first, we're gonna do some studying. Why don't we learn about all this magic? I was hoping for another XP drop. Unfortunately, no such chance. Oh, yeah, the Tonberry's lecturing to us. That's funny. Yeah, I think we've heard this before. I would hardly classify a Tonberry as a threat. Yeah, right. The queen's off her rocker. Tonberries are some of the toughest enemies in Final Fantasy. For those who don't know, their gimmick is that they have a ton of hit points. They very slowly come at you, and then they have a bunch of really awful, like, instant kill effects, or perhaps even scarier than the instant kill where they stab with the knife. They have everybody's grudge. A move which does damage, 1 point of damage for every enemy we kill. Oh, this is some more about Kurasame. They're being all reminiscent. That's very sad. I wasn't really paying attention. I was talking about Tonberries. But yeah, Tonberries, and they often appear kind of late in the game, so you've definitely killed a lot of monsters. Maybe not 10,000 monsters, which would be the maximum damage, 9999, but a lot of monsters anyway. So that's like, Tonberries just are scary in general. The way they slowly waddle up to you. Oh, what's this now? Someone's dating? What? Huh? Tonberry says it's time to study. Kingaling? Oh, gosh. Just gonna check, does everyone have their... Nah, don't have their summer uniforms on now. It's a bit weird. It said that I unlocked 9's summer wear when I redid the mission, the last one, the strategy mission. But couldn't find it on the list of costumes. So I don't know what happened there. This Tonberry again. Yeah, and I've heard that in... I believe it was Final Fantasy XI. Maybe in 14 as well, but at least in 11, I think, Tonberries appear as enemies. You know, that's the MMO I'm talking about, if you're not aware. Final Fantasies 11 and 14 are both MMOs instead of like single-player JRPGs. Tonberries appear in 11, and they have the Everybody's Grudge ability, which now in that one, you absolutely might end up killing 10,000 enemies because of the way you grind in a MMO, which is kind of a big deal if you then run into Tonberries and they'll just insta-kill you with their attack. I've been told that there is some sort of side quest which resets the grudge counter down to 0. Is word on the street, I've been told. Which is like, they gotta have to do that. I don't think any of the single-player Final Fantasies have that. You just have to bear with it once you run into Tonberries. You have to just be smart in the way you play. I mean, they don't... Everybody's Grudge doesn't hit everybody in the party, as I recall. It usually just hits one party member. But in an MMO, that's the one guy you're controlling is the one party member, so... Hey, Tonberry, let's have a talk, why don't we? What is it, boy? Yeah, uh-huh. And then what did she say? Ah, of course. I get it. That was good talk. You feel it? The end is drawing near. I guess the game's hyping up the end too. Huh. Oh well.
What?
The Empire really thinks they can stop us. I'd like to see them try. Not even their beloved Sid Alstein can save their sorry hides now. Yeah, that's the spirit, even though you're all slouched down.
Hey!
I can't wait to see the look of anger on that geezer's wrinkly old face when the Vermilion banner is flying high over all of Orience. Yeah, right on. I mean, that's kind of weird. Now we're becoming the conquerors of the world? That's a bit creepy. It ain't over till it's over, though. Stay alert. Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna skip with all 3 of these guys. Oh, I gotta remember, I'm all out of these damn potions, so... Let's stock up, baby. I should have more than 20, actually. I should have, like... Let's just get straight up 50 of them. I was going through them so much last time, and... Also... Oh, I got... Wait a second, I got 20 high potions? I definitely used those, but when I redid the mission, but... Expended items don't count, then? Interesting. Maybe that's why I didn't get 9's summer wear, since I was redoing the mission. Okay, well, we got the potions anyway, that's the important part. This looks like a skit with all 3 guys. Let's go.
It took a great sacrifice. But now the Dominion has a definite chance of winning.
Yeah, actually.
Yes. We were losing in numbers, but the tides have turned. The next battle will settle it all.
I've been thinking lately. It might all depend on whether or not
We can effectively control the tide of battle.
How did you know what I was going to say?
Huh? I don't know, but I feel like we've had this exact conversation before.
I never said that before. Is this the deja vu that's been bothering you?
Man.
I wouldn't tell her what you were about to say. Unless she really has heard all this before.
I wonder what it is. Is something wrong with me?
Am
But
I an
when
oracle?
Mother saw me, she said that I was perfectly fine.
If Mother says so, then you should be fine.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, this Cater cater, whatever you want to say, plot line is very confusing to me. They've really been drilling this thing that Qatar seems to be having deja vu, but I don't know where it's leading, and it's also kind of, I don't know. It's a bit weird to me. Because she's not like otherwise, she's not like a super central character. As far as I can tell, the most central characters in the party are Rem, Machina, and Ace. And even Ace is kind of limited, actually. He's been a bit limited for a while now, but the way he ties into Izana kind of makes Ace the important part. I'm just switching to Deuce now because we know that... Ooh. There we go. We know that if I can talk to Rem somewhere, we can encounter her somewhere. Oh, I forgot to talk to Deuce. Her regular dialogue. It's not a big deal. It's not super important. So that's why I switched to Deuce, so I can talk to Rem if she's out here in the field. But yeah, the Qatar plot, I really don't know what it's leading up to. It's a bit mysterious. There's Ace. Yeah, here's Rem. What's up, guys?
Hi.
The less responsible among us blame their slipping grades on the war, but anyone can see through such a flimsy excuse. Despite all my time on the front, never once have I neglected my schoolwork. Yeah, well, nobody likes a teacher's pet there.
How may I enlighten you?
As a former teacher's pet, I can say, nobody likes us. In truth, the reason I was able to survive such a multitude of harrowing experiences in the field was precisely because I applied myself so diligently to my study of combat fundamentals. Alright then, I guess you have a point there. What's up, Rem?
Can I help you?
I'm rather worried about Machina, I am. He looks so tired now. Maybe once all this warring has come to a close, he'll finally wipe that frown off his face. And it's also weird how he seems to disappear out of the dorm in the night. He seems to run off towards the Empire, and he's wearing all white. What's up with that?
What's the matter?
It's our job to help cover each other when one of our teammates has hit a rough patch. That's what being a team is all about. Yeah, I guess so.
Huh?
Months have passed since the liberation, but it feels like it's only been a couple of hours. Time flies when you're waging war, yo. Yeah, it feels only like 30 hours has gone by, like a video game or something. I'm a lot stronger than I was back then. I've so much experience under my belt now that I'm on a completely different level, yo. I actually like that's kind of on the nose about game mechanics. I like it. Let's have a sit down now that we know we can do this.
Such a lovely scent.
Cool. That was a good sit, I guess. Let's see what Ace has got cooking.
What do you want?
Whoa, easy with the edge there, Ace. Oh, looks like we finally reached the end of our journey. It's kind of incredible to think how far we've come. Not just as individuals, but as a class too. Yeah, I guess so. When you think about it, all of us have been through a lot since the liberation. We've made a couple of new friends, and lost plenty more along the way. I'll never forget the time we got stranded in Milites. We were all hiding out together in that shack, worried that the Empire would show up to kill us at any moment. But it wasn't all bad. In fact, sitting there, huddled around the campfire and telling stories as a group was actually kinda, well, fun. So we may have had our differences over the last few months, but we've stuck together. It feels like we were destined to be with one another. Kinda like family. Good talk. That's actually funny that you mentioned that. I think a couple of episodes ago when I did off-screen some of the missions, one of them sent me to Old Lorica where the shack was, and if you run around in that wood where the shack was, you can actually go back there. There's no real reason to go back there because there's nothing there but a save point, but I was amused that you can bump into the shack because it's in just tiny copse of woods. Weird little details. Let's angst at the cemetery, why
A lot
don't
of
we?
people died. Maybe it's because I don't remember them, but it just doesn't feel real.
We should be thankful for all that the crystal does for us. To think how I'd feel if I remembered all of these people. It gives me chills.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I doubt that we'd be able to go on fighting. In fact, if it weren't for the crystal, we wouldn't be able to move forward.
Yeah, but aren't you scared? I mean, even just a little?
Huh? Scared?
I'm scared of clowns, if that's what you mean, yo.
I just happened to die. Then no one would remember
Oh
me.
man, cause Rem's sick.
Even if I died protecting someone, they'd forget me.
Right, of course, so she's extra worried.
All would. So would Machina.
She knows she's gonna die.
Well, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't sad. But I still feel better knowing that none of us will be held back by ghosts of the
Ooh,
past.
pretty cold,
We're
Trey.
cadets, yo, remember? All of us chose this path knowing death is waiting for us right around the corner.
Is wanting people to remember you after you die, is that...
Alright then. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be super weirded out if this game ends without, like, the game being like, hey, losing memories of people. That's kind of messed up, yo. Like, I hope there's some sort of moral lesson about that, that you should remember the dead and stuff, because this is really weird. Hello, I'm a Tonberry. Okay, well, here's, was it Quon? Is this that guy?
Oh, just who I was hoping
Nope,
to see.
that's him.
What? You talking to me, hey?
Yes, I'm talking to you, you idiot. Pardon. I mean, you simpleton.
Why are these two always
That ain't
hanging
much
out?
different.
Nine and Queen.
So, how can we help you today?
I want
Oh,
to
oh yeah,
join
I
Class
unlocked
Zero.
Queen's summer outfit, that's
What?
right.
I'm ready to begin right now.
Huh?
If you ever need me during a campaign, just call. Or perhaps I'll just tag along.
No, wait. What are you talking about?
You're not very quick on the uptake now, are you? What I'm saying is that I want to help Class Zero.
Oh, okay. Hey, you're not calling the shots here!
Such a tiresome oaf. Perhaps the sensible young lady understands.
Do you mind if I ask why?
Isn't it obvious? For magical training and Phantoma. It wasn't easy to find the information, and what a surprise to think that of all the cadets in academia, you were the ones who were the closest to the truth of magic.
Ooh, the truth of
Let me
magic.
join Class Zero, and let me collect Phantoma.
So tell me, how much do you know about Phantoma?
I know that they're the source of life, or perhaps it would be more accurate to call them souls.
Yeah,
Hey. How'd you find that out, huh? If Intel finds out, you're in deep trouble, yo.
I have been aware of that for quite some time. I have been very well aware.
Very well then. Please, join us in Class Zero.
You serious?
like,
We
is,
are authorized to allow others in.
are we really getting a new
then.
party member?
But you will work under my supervision and assist me with Phantoma magic crafting. And please know, this is not a game. Be advised that you may be required to ultimately pay for your actions with your life.
I understand. I will bear the weight of accountability. Allow me to formally introduce myself. Quon Yobats. I am at your disposal.
Wow, so what? Alright. Oh, and a magic power increased by 5. That's strong.
My goodness.
Hey, look, he's got a red scarf like Class Zero. That's cool. Hey, that's a really nice detail. Seeing as you lot are in closest proximity to the Doctor and the truth about magic, I have decided it would behoove me to continue my research as a member of Class Zero. Cool. Well, behoove ahead.
My goodness.
Seeing as you lot are in closest... Okay, that's just one dialogue from him, alright then. So, is he... Hold on. King, Rem, Size 8, Trey, 9, 7, Sing, Deus, Skater, Queen, Jack, Machina, Ace. No, I don't see Quon here. Dang it! That's weird, though. It's like we got a new party member, but I don't see a new party... I don't know. Oh, hey, Queen, here you are in this weird room again. How's it going?
What's the matter?
I always convince myself that I am making the right decision at a given time, but even I admit to second-guessing my choices now and again in retrospect. But I suppose that we ought rather focus on accomplishing the task at hand instead of fretting over decisions past. All's well that ends well, as they say. Let us concentrate on defeating the Empire. That's the spirit, Queen. We'll just focus on that for now. Yeah, so knowing that there's like one more chapter, but if we're still in chapter 7 going to the Empire... We are still on chapter 7. Yeah, we are. I'm gonna guess that... Well, I don't actually know. I don't know. Maybe cause, you know, the Commandant's been acting a bit creepy, you know? And the other, like, officers... Maybe they're gonna like stage a coup against the Cheval, whatever his title was, King Cheval, whatever. Well, the guy, the main ruler, Cheval. That's my guess right now. Is just spitballing here. Is after we finish the Empire, you know, they're like, okay, that's all, we're done, hooray! Instead of end credits, it's gonna be a coup, and we're gonna have to beat the Commandant's guys. Which would be an interesting twist to have to fight your own countrymen after this strong feelings of fighting for your country and
The
stuff.
invasion of the Militesi capital is proceeding on schedule.
Hooray!
Campaigns to the southern regions of the Empire have begun.
That's brilliant. Speaking of the Commandant, there he is.
Ready units enlist for missions.
Or is he the Commissar? I don't remember. I swear this guy was the Commandant. But... Hey, Jack.
Huh? What is it?
I, for one, can't wait to head back to the place where we got framed for murdering a monarch and then hunted by an entire nation's armed forces. Yeah. Well, I mean, this time we're gonna be going with our mates, so...
Yeah?
Yeah. On the bright side, this is our chance to get revenge. I say we barricade the city walls... Oh, excuse me, I'm getting coughed up here. I say we barricade the city walls, chase that Sid Alstein around town, and see how he likes it. That's not actually bad. I vote for that. So, no skits here, but we got a couple of tasks.
The doctor's pets.
I see Class 0 still hasn't met its unfortunate demise in the field. Ah, that reminds me. I have a special assignment for you, cadets. We have received reports of several fearsome beasts wreaking havoc in the desert. Your mission is to exterminate these foul fiends post-haste. Well, we're not that level, so never mind. Sandworms, eh? I doubt the doctor would be pleased to see her precious children exhibit such cowardice. Can't say I'm up to fighting sandworms. But if we walk without rhythm, we won't attack them, so that's all good. How about you?
It is good to see you.
Chancellor Cheval, there we go.
Tidings of your exploits have reached my chambers, and now I too beseech your cooperation. For the sake of our fair dominion, and for the sake of your fellow cadets, I ask you, become our radiant savior, our shining beacon of hope.
Raise your SP rank to commander. Can't quite do that, sorry.
Should you already find yourselves burdened with other tasks, I shan't encumber you with any more.
Ah, good guy, Cheval. Yeah, because they've been selling him as such a nice guy versus this guy who they've been selling as a heel for so hard. The only way I can see this ending is with some sort of civil war. Or maybe not going quite the civil war, but it's going to be like a coup. The palace is going to be taken over by the Commandant's forces, and Class 0 is going to be the only guys who can sneak in and beat the bad guys. Oh, hey, Sice.
Hey.
It's amazing how quickly people expect the world to improve as soon as the war ends. Do they think someone forgot to flick the P-switch on or something? Okay. Cynical, but to the
What's
point.
up?
I don't fight for the Dominion. I fight for Mother. You're welcome to take up the mantle of patriotic martyr if it will make your ego feel better, though. No, I think I'm good. She's gonna be like, secret mission. Have I got a mission over there? Impeccable timing, that's the thing she always says. Colonel Faith's last stand, I can't do that, because it's a trial. Guess we're not doing it. Sorry. What about this guy?
May I help you?
Well, if it isn't Class 0, I have a favor to ask of you cadets. Surely your doting mother has taught you to help others in need, hasn't she?
Discover information on the pre-RG era for the Provost. Hidden somewhere in Orient's? God dang, that's an interesting side quest. Just find a book somewhere in the world. Alright. Easy? I don't think so. This guy, why do I keep coming here? Why do I keep expecting something different here? I don't know. Bye-bye. Oh man, I just realized I should go get those chocobos that I keep forgetting to do. So let's go first into the chocobo pens instead of the other locations. We're doing this really quickly this time. We might actually have time to begin the mission. I might skip out on doing any side missions. I don't know. If we're gonna get any ones, we haven't found any good side missions yet, so... Alright. Give me my babies. Swift Wind, yes. That's right, I got a bunch of Swift Winds. Now let's... put our Swift Wind. We got a couple of Swift Winds, so... we're good with those. Put another Gisal Green. Let's go, baby! Who knows what we get? I tried using chocobos for a little bit in that Overland mission, the weird strategy game mission, in that awful last mission that I super hated, and it helped a little bit because you can kill the enemies a bit faster, but it didn't really tip the scale super hard in any one direction. Truth be told, knowing how unbearable the Overland sections were going to be, I actually pulled through those pretty well. It was actually, I had really trouble taking over those cities again when you go into the two cities, Sakara and Rilohi, whatever they were called. That's interesting. Weird squeak there. Like, so many guys died to those dragons in the final fight, I was getting a bit peeved. So I'm glad I pulled that off relatively well when we first played that on camera. Nothing shaking here in particular, so let's talk to this guy. Hiruhata. Hey, Class 0. Didn't expect to see you guys around here. Actually, could I talk to you about something for a sec? Sure, what's up, Hiruhata? I don't think we've met before. Yeah, it's nothing important really, and it's not about you either. It's about me. It's just that, well, I'm kind of a loner in my class and I don't have anyone else to talk with. It didn't always used to be like that, though. I know there were a couple of people in my class who I used to spend a lot of time with, but I can't remember anything about who they were. Now that whoever my friends were are gone, it's just me and a bunch of cliques, and I'm constantly on the outside of everyone else's inside jokes. Being in a class isn't very fun anymore. See, I think that's a very good argument against the whole memory wipe when people die thing, because that's what they're implying there. Because if everyone remembered that his friends died, yeah, he'd have to put up with the grief, and it'd be pretty tough. But, you know, the other people would understand better, and they might actually be supportive to him and open up to him more, not just be like the complete shut-off and now he's a loner in his class, which is just messed up, yo. Talking about death gets me always poignant. Sorry, I actually haven't had to deal with really any close deaths. Like, knock on wood, cause so I don't really know how exactly that's gonna hit you once it happens. I'm very sorry to anyone who's had any painful deaths. I can't imagine that your mind being wiped of it, your loved one would actually be better in the end, though. It just seems messed up. Right, Mega Elixirs. 5 Mega Elixirs. I'm pretty sure I have a lot of Mega Elixirs. Let's see. Dude, we got 27. That's a ton of Mega Elixirs. I can totally do this one. Now, what am I gonna get in recompense? A Stalwart Ring. What would... There it is. Increases defense by 40 and both ballistic and impact resistance by 40%. God damn! That's hardcore. Let's just give the ribbon and the... Let's just give the ribbon and that thing to Rem while we're here. I'm getting the feeling that Rem's just super important to the plot. Oh, so okay, so this is even better than Arya's amulet anyway, so I might as well upgrade to that. And dude, Protector Ring, 30? Even goes up to higher. I've been doting on Rem before, it seems. It just feels like either her and Machina are gonna be like the main important characters, so it feels like doting on them seems like the smart thing to do. I do the Protector Ring, the Machina, speaking of. Also, Rem is the highest level character in my party right now, so barring any interesting choice in primed party members, I'm not gonna bother. I mean, I'm gonna play as her. You know, that's how it's gonna go down.